What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy Myron McRae, aka Tornado McRae, across the skies of the internet, here with another episode of Panthers Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And happy Tuesday to all of y'all. Hope y'all are having a great day, man. Hope everything's going well for you. And guys, we're coming down off that great Atlanta win on Sunday. Today's the last day. I'm going to be talking about it because, again, it's a week-to-week league, so we gotta move forward and get into the next moment. But still want to touch on some things from that game. And the first thing I do want to talk about is T-Mac himself. And the reason why I want to talk about T-Mac is because this number one overall pick is turning into a number one receiver. And not just a receiver for the Carolina Panthers. This man potentially could be the number one receiver in the entire NFL. Nani? And what do I mean by that, bro? Some of you may have already seen this. Some of you may know about it. Some of you may not. But, bro, right now, Tanner McMillan's 6'6" in the entire league in receiving yards. He is 6th at 748 receiving yards and 4 TDs behind Drake London at 810, Puka Nacua at 850, Jamar Chase at 861, George Pickens at 908, and Jackson Smith and Jigba at 1146. Now, catching Jackson Smith and Jigba within the final, what are we at? We're 6-5, so that's 11 games. So we got 6 games to go? Yeah. Catching Jackson Smith and Jigba in the final 6 games, that's a tall task. But to sit there and say he's 6th in the entire league and could very much finish 2nd potentially, because we know Jamar Chase is getting suspended for a game, so T-Mac could catch him. Drake London and Puka Nacua are right there, only 100 yards, only about around 60 and 100 yards better. George Pickens is 150. So, who's to say he couldn't finish at the top of the league? And barring Jackson Smith and Jigba getting an injury, which I don't want him to. I do not want that to happen for Jackson Smith and Jigba. But if he gets an injury or he sits out some games due to some slight issue, maybe something personal or whatnot, those are missed games. And T-Mac could end up passing people on the list and end up as the number one receiver in the entire league. He's leading all rookies right now. I think the only one in terms of receiving categories who may be still with him are Emeka Egbuka and Tyler Warren. And Tyler Warren's a tight end technically. So, and that's not even technically, that's his position. So it's kind of wild, but it's kind of cool to see T-Mac emerging as that number one receiver. Now, do I think he will get to one? Most likely not. Most likely not. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be realistic. Do I think he could get up to 2? Potentially. However, due to how our offense has been inconsistent in the past game, I'm not going to sit there and hype too much and say he'll get to 2. I'll keep him in that 3 to 6 range. He could finish anywhere between 3 to 6 the rest of the season, barring that we're just consistent in the pass game. That's just an honest answer. But I'm also a person who relies on I'm honest, but I also can see the potential of what could happen. There's an optimistic potential, and it's like, I hope that happens. But honestly, I know this is more than likely what's gonna happen. But I hope this happens. And so, to me, this bodes well for Carolina. This is amazing for Carolina because a lot of you are saying, or a lot of you at the beginning of the season were saying that Xavier was a bust because we took him in the first round with that 32nd pick, and he has not been a true number one wide receiver. All right, fair criticism. X has not been a true number one like T-Mac has. But who's to say that probably wasn't how you were going to get the most out of X potentially. You needed another guy to take that load off of X. You needed that. And T-Mac has taken that load and done a lot and done great things with it. And X has gotten better and has stepped his game up because of it. Now, is X the number one? No. T-Mac is the clear number one. But because we have T-Mac doing what he's doing, Xavier is doing what he's doing and looking better. Way better. Like, we got to admit that. He's looking way better. Not only that, that opens up more room for Coker because Coker has been clutch on these crucial downs. That opens more room for our tight end room. Evans, Trimble, and Sanders are all coming up clutch when we need them to. And it opens the floor for Jimmy Horn, who I still want us to throw downfield more, but it's okay. However, I just want to give a big shout out and praise to T-Mac on his rookie season so far, man. He's been doing phenomenal. He's been doing great. And to be sixth by week 11, to be sixth in the entire league in receiving yards by week 11 as a rookie, that bodes well. And hold up, guys. There's something else. Like, T-Mac, I saw somewhere, T-Mac is the only guy to have 8 receptions, 130 yards in a game as a rookie. And I want to say the only one since 2000, I think, and I want to say the only ones who have done it are Jamar Chase, Roy Williams, Calvin Johnson, and I think Terrell Owens. No. It's a small list. I have to go look it up because I saw it and I just want to make sure. I know they mentioned that T-Mac has done it, and I saw it, but I wanted to get that to you. And so, shout out to T-Mac paying dividends and being a true number one the way we expected him to. Next, I do want to talk about Bryce's injury. And so we all saw Bryce playing on that high ankle sprain, and obviously you got to wonder what his mindset is going into that. First of all, shout out to Bryce being able to play through that after constantly getting stepped on both by defenders and his own people. But to sit there and continue to get up, I don't care if you don't like Bryce, you don't like his throwing mechanics, you don't think he's a great player. You can't sit there and deny the man ain't tough. You can't sit there and deny that the man can't get up. You can't sit there and deny that the man's not going to perform or at least try to perform even when he's injured. He's going to get back up and face the pain and face the adversity. And I'm saying that because he was asked about playing through the injury, obviously, in post-game press conference, and they were saying, hey, what's that feeling like? What are you feeling? What are you thinking? And here's what he had to say. Pain. Pain's an accurate way to sum it up. Obviously, you're just trying not to look too far. You're just getting through it. Coaches were all around. All the guys are around. So, you're just trying to breathe through the pain. That's all it is. You're just trying to push through it, get back up. But, again, regardless of what it is, I want to be out there with my guys. I want to be out there to play. I don't take this game for granted. The Lord's blessed me to be here, to have this opportunity. And anytime that I'm able to go, I will always want to do that. So, in the moment, you're just working through the pain. Just get up, walk it off, and then after that, you're doing everything you can to get back on the field. And listen, that's the mentality I want from my quarterback. I want that from QB1. Granted, if you're hurting the team, Andy Dalton, then you need to get off the field. But if you can continue to play and continue to throw and can continue to deliver, even while dealing with the pain, because that's the name of this game. That's the name of this sport. It deals with pain. You're going to get hurt at times. Sometimes you just have to push through it. Sometimes that's just what you got to do because you being on the field is better than the sub coming in. That's the honest to God awful truth that nobody likes to admit. There are times when pushing through the pain is better for the team than going out because you are better than who's going to back you up. And there are other times where it's not. Every situation is different, but I respect Bryce a lot because he just constantly got up. He said, ankle sprain or not, I'm getting up. Didn't miss a play. Took every shot, stood in the pocket, got sacked 5 times, hurried 19 times. He was gingerly getting up, but he kept getting up. And he earned my respect in that manner. Some of you were sitting there saying, oh, I'm on Bryce's jockstrap or this, that, and the third. No, bro. I just respect individuals who are doing the job. I'm critical of Bryce when he needs to be critical, but I'm also going to praise him when he needs to be praised. A lot of you don't want to admit that a lot of you, or I won't even say a lot, a portion of you, hate to admit when Bryce does something good. Hate to admit that, damn, that man really did stand in the pocket all game and delivered. Some of you still say he sucks. And I know one game is not a true sample size. I get that. But I'm talking specifically about resiliency. And as injured as this team has been, as riddled as this team has been, Bryce has missed more games due to being benched in his 3 years with Carolina than he has being injured. And that's saying something. So, you ain't got to like the man, but you got to respect the man for being able to be durable, because a lot of you are saying he's weak, he's soft, he wouldn't last in this league, he's going to get killed. And clearly, that's not the case. The man still stands tall. And third thing I want to talk about is Carolina's path may be the Lake Destiny. I've been saying it all season. Carolina could be a 10-win team. I've said it all year. And I know we have the toughest remaining schedule. Trust me, I've heard the news. They've said it all over ESPN. And I said at the beginning of the season, Carolina, my ceiling for Carolina was 10-7. I have not changed. My floor for Carolina was 8-9. That is what I have said all season. And you can't sit there and say I've switched. And I'm not switching now. I think Carolina can be a 10-win team. And when you look at it, is it a tough road ahead? Yeah. But it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Because you got San Francisco, the Rams, New Orleans, Tampa Bay, Seattle, Tampa Bay. And the Bucks, they got Rams, Arizona, New Orleans, Atlanta, us, Miami, and then us again. It is very, very possible, y'all. It is very possible. Now, we all know San Francisco, that's going to be tough. LA, going to be tough. New Orleans, we got to get back. Tampa Bay is going to be tough. Seattle's going to be tough. And Tampa Bay again is going to be tough, especially if it comes down to that week 18 matchup. But we could be going to Lake Destiny, and we control our own destiny. How we respond, how we play controls our own destiny, because we're a half game back. We are sitting in control of our own destiny. Because here's the kicker. If we somehow win out, like we win every game, which I'll be honest, I do not foresee happening. I will be completely honest with y'all. I do not foresee us winning every game from here on out. But if we somehow do, that puts us at 12-5. That puts a lot of pressure on Tampa Bay, because now they got to win all 7 straight to make sure they keep the division. And I'll be honest with you, Tampa Bay's not doing that. Tampa Bay's not winning all 7 straight. Just like we're not winning all 6 straight. In my honest opinion. So, we control our destiny. We just got to play Carolina Panthers football and do what we do. We can't get too high. We can't get too low. This was a great win, but we do got to move forward too and take this energy and apply it to every other team. Can we be consistent? I said it in yesterday's video. For some reason, some people are not hearing me. I said it in yesterday's video, and I've been saying it too. The name of the game is consistency. Can this offense be consistent? Can this defense be consistent? We are a roller coaster team, both offensively and defensively. Can we be consistent? And it's the second half of the season. And last year's second half of the season, we did great. Maybe we could do better. Also, the simple fact that we officially increased our win total for the second straight year in a row. Hey. We have officially increased our win total for the second straight year in a row. I'll take the little wins as I can get it, man. I'll take the little wins as I can get it. That's great. That's progress to me. That's progress to me, and I'm happy about it. And then for today's Panther freeze frame, I found this photo on the Carolina Panthers IG page, and I think this is a dope photo. So you got Bryce giving the handoff to Ruchuba, but with the Born to Rise for Atlanta in the stadium, bro. especially after the game that Bryce had. I think that is a cool photo. I need Bryce to like get this and print it out for himself. That's really what he needs to do. Because to me, that's an awesome photo. Like, oh, that's so cool. Hold. Why is that not here anymore? Okay. So, hold on one second. All right. And so with that now, guys, y'all know what time it is. The it's time for Panther Nation to speak your truth. And that's where I read y'all comments and honestly listen to what y'all gotta say and see what y'all have to say, Panther Nation, because I love y'all. And first comment comes from Panther Dog. He says at the 513 mark, surely you didn't shout out the guy that stepped on Bryce's foot. Hey, listen. I shout out Chandler. Yes, Chandler Zavala did step on Bryce's foot and cost us a fourth down. I get it. And he had a few other holding penalties and mistakes. But for the most part, for most of the game, he did pretty well. And the kicker, the biggest thing, he kept Austin Corbett from being on the field. Like, he kept Austin Corbett from being on the field and on our O-line, bro. That's the big win. So I'll take it. So, yes, I did shout out the man that stepped on Bryce's foot. I'll stand by that. Number 2 comes from the homie DP12277. My man says, so does that mean that Canales was holding the team back? As a play caller, you should be calling the game to attack the areas. If the players can't execute, then changes need to be made. If you can't call the game-breaking plays, then changes need to be made. Great win, great play calling. Hashtag keep pounding, hashtag build on this, hashtag stay in the moment. Honestly, I say it was both. Bryce's play was inconsistent. I can admit that. But I saw glimmers of it, and I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, whatever we have to do to win the game. If running the ball is what wins, cool. If passes, cool. Now, I felt Canales was definitely more aggressive in his play call in this game. Hence why we saw a lot more play action and open it up and taking those shots downfield, and it worked. And we know Bryce can do it. But that's also the component. I've been telling y'all, there are a lot of things that go into it. Picking up blitzes, O-line blocking, Bryce making the right reads. Like, it's not just Bryce. If the O-line doesn't block, we can't call these plays. If we're not picking up blitzes by our running backs and people, we can't call these plays. But all of you want to sit there and say it's only Bryce's fault. If Bryce, and yes, sometimes it probably is Bryce, where he makes the wrong protection call and it sets him up to get blitzed. I will admit that. But it's not all on Bryce. Because sometimes at the end of the day, it's the play that you call. And the play that you call can be very conservative in certain situations rather than trying to take a shot to go for win. Because Canales, there are some games where Canales called a play like he was trying not to lose rather than trying to go win. And then lastly, third comment comes from Retro Big Cat 75. He says, I'm cool with the fact that I was wrong about Sunday's game, and Carolina Panthers won. The main question is, will they open up the playbook more? Atlanta Falcons game, for example, versus 49ers, Rams, Seahawks, Saints, and Buccaneers. It's like, I'm sorry, I misread that. Are they going to open up the playbook more? 49ers, Rams, Seahawks, Saints, and Bucs are going to try their hardest to stop Rico. If they don't let Bryce throw the ball downfield, it's a defeat for the team. And honestly, yeah, I 100% agree because we know the blueprint. They're going to try to stack the box. They're going to try to keep Rico from going off. And we've seen two examples. Bryce can either go really bad versus a la the Saints, or he can torch you a la Atlanta. And I'm inclined to believe more on the Atlanta side because that was the number one pass defense. That's just honest me. So, teams are going to try to do it. And Bryce has just got to be consistent in doing it. Now, He ain't got to go for 400. Maybe 250. 225, 250. But games like that and 3 TDs, no interceptions, protecting the ball, we can win these games. It is very possible we can win these games. But that's all I have for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can always be notified of when these videos are dropping. Next, comment below and let me know, what are your thoughts about T-Mac's rookie season so far and the fact that he could be one of the he could finish as top 3, top 5 receiver yards in the entire league this year. 2, did you gain respect from Bryce's play even on the injured ankle? And 3, how are you feeling about our path and the fact that we control our destiny going forward? And also, bro, if y'all genuinely don't like me and don't like the content I put out and you're harassing other people in the comment section, please remove yourself. I don't have to be your guy. I don't have to be your guy, and that's okay with me. Because I feel like you're just wasting your energy at this point. If you want to continue to troll, cool. I mean, I guess if you really want to do that and waste your 10 to 15, 20 minutes just to troll what I got to say, then I guess I'll take the views. But if you really don't like me and you think I blow hot air and you think I do all this, that, and the third, then, hey, do yourself a favor. Be an adult. Go click the unsubscribe button. And you don't have to be bothered with my face no more. But if you like me and you think I'm funny or you just enjoy the content that I put out, hey, you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button, baby. Because at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats, man. Peace. Much love to all of you. Take care, Panther Nation. Later days, and as always, keep pounding. I'll see y'all next time.